Backstreet shit. Wait till I get my DJ, but Backstreet's with Coke for that was one of them. You feel me, man? For real, you gotta help me with that shit, bro. That's real though, because
you know what I'm saying, I make the same amount doing my 9 to 5. So is it dangerous being a area manager for a telecommunications company? Nah, but it's like if I'm out here and I got all my jewelry on all the time and I'm flying my ice and my chains and I'm, you know what I'm saying, like I'm doing all this and that, and somebody else wants what I have. They don't know what it took to get there, so they don't give a damn. They just see what they see and they want to try to get it. That's what's dangerous.
I feel that, man. I can't do no respect that, man. That's another Backstreets with Coke yelling moment. But, man, what would be your message to the LGBT African American woman?
Man, be your, you know, I don't want to sound cliche, but be your authentic self.
Okay.
You know, really, like, be your authentic self, because, you know, your tribe is going to find you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go looking for it. You know what I mean? It's going to attract to you like a magnet, you know? And as for me, I don't want anything that's not mine. So
yep, whatever misses me wouldn't fill me up anyway.
Man, it wouldn't fill me up at all. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't fill me up at all. So, you know, with that being said, like, be you, and the people that's going, you know what I'm saying, that's meant to be around you is going to be around you. The people that's not going to be around you is not going to be around you. Some people are meant for a lifetime, some people are meant for a season.
That way. You know Backstreets with Coach shit, man. We are here with my homie Juice Be Wreckin, man. The project is out, man. You spent a lot of time on it. But we didn't talk about it. We've been rambling and rumbling. I appreciate the water, man.
The water.
You see the brand on the couch.
Water.
We sipping on some in the back. You just seen us show it. Man. Talk about it, what it's like, why in the hell you did it. Thank God you did it. And, man, get into it real quick.
Yeah, man. So, Pure House Hydration Company is my company. Pure House H2O.
Facts.
You know, you can find us at purehouseh2o.com. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram at purehouseh2o, on Twitter at purehouseh2o, all of that. Why I started it because it was needed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about fulfilling the gap. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I wouldn't label myself a rebel, but I probably would label myself a radical. You know what I mean? And so, you know, when I go down the water aisle and I'm looking at different waters, and I'm kind of inquisitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this really made of? Like, you know, where does this come from? Who's the owner? And, you know, start doing different research on my favorite water brands, which aren't many, and none of them look like me. And so I was just like, are we not in water? And I did more research, and we are in water. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to it's a lot of man. I don't even want to start naming
it. It's one like they be promoting on the Breakfast Club a lot.
You got 1186. You got Hydration Hill with AJ, another fellow PV alumni. You know what I mean? You got Elevate. You got all type of dog.
Damn,
you got all
crazy.
Type of different waters. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Pure House H2O as well. And the thing about mine is that where a lot of these waters are premium alkaline waters, so go check it out. Mine is a naturally alkaline water. You know what I'm saying? So I don't pump anything else into it, like, you know, other than what you need to just filter the water out from a natural spring. And my spring is from Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, from the natural state. So it's only right to do a natural.
Shout out, man, Arkansas, man. I love Arkansas all the way through Little Rock, El Dorado, man, Hope. Arkadelphia.
Yeah.
What's your whole take on just the whole Flint, now Mississippi, going through something similar? Just that whole situation.
Yeah. You know, it's a multifaceted, you know, question and a multifaceted answer, because it's so much that goes into like the, with that being said, it's unfortunate with what's going on. And one thing I would say is I encourage more of us to representation matters.
The raw deals, the bad deals. You say you don't really have, not sympathy, but you don't feel sorry because you believe in education. Chime on that a little bit.
Okay, so the thing is, so don't, man, listen, it's not the fact that I don't feel sorry, right? Like, you know, I definitely have a lot of empathy, because a lot of times people don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't really help what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And like, ignorance is one of those things. And so we have to make sure that whatever we do, we try to educate ourselves as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get out there to just be getting out there. You know what I mean? So, you know, When you hear about artists getting into unfortunate deals, it's the same thing when you hear about, you know, restaurant owners getting into unfortunate deals with their landlords, or you hear about, you know what I'm saying, business owners that embezzle, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it can happen, you know? So my main thing is, like, just to make sure you do a lot of research about whatever industry you're trying to, like, enter. You know what I mean? Whatever market you're trying to enter. Make sure that you have a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, my lawyer is Kanae Turner. You know what I'm saying? And she'll meet you virtually, whatever. Entertainment law, business law. You know, make sure you have a lawyer that knows how to read paperwork if you don't. You know what I mean? And, you know, make sure that you have the resources. You know, whatever your resource is, whether that be your 9 to 5, because for me, my 9 to 5 is my business loan. And I ain't too proud to say it. I will humbly tell you any day I work my 9 to 5. Because it's like, that's what sponsors my business, and that's what sponsors my side hustle, so I don't have to borrow from any other man or woman. I take from myself, and I get back to myself. So it's like, if more of us had that mindset, we could be, we can really promote vertical integration. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really, that vertical integration mindset and strategy is really what we got to try to do as a minority people to become the majority stakeholders in this world.
But if we're only like the 13%, how can we ever be majority?
Man, so it comes from, like I was saying, like, you know, like, so vertical integration is making sure that every aspect of your business you're able to, like, do it in house. You don't have to go through anybody else. If you were able to do that, then you can control your own market. You control your own market, you can control your own destiny. You make your own prices, you determine your own future, you know your own interest strategy, you know your own exit strategy. So if more of us had control over and more stake over our own, like, ownership on our rights and, you know, our resources, then we can really run our business the way we need to run our business. You know what I'm saying? And then in that aspect, can't nobody tell you what you need to do, you know what I'm saying, to make what you need to make. Like, you set that tone. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is dope. Like, that's what we gotta do. I mean, in my opinion, that's just my humble opinion. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what it is.
Dream collab on anybody?
Shit, I would want to work, man. First of all, long live Mo 3. You know what I'm saying? I would love to work with
Shit,
Mo.
the last time.
You know,
Why
so
3?
I would, man, like, 3 was an animal, man. 3 was you'll never get another one like 3. Like, you know, the way his style was, he was versatile. You know what I'm saying? You don't get artists like 3 at all. You know what I mean? That could sing, that could rap, that had the charisma, that had, like, just that aura, that star power aura. That's gotta be innate. That's gotta be in you. That was in him. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't taught, yeah.
Nah, that wasn't. He was a character. Whether you like him, love him, hate him, whatever, he was a character. You know what I'm saying? So that's somebody I would definitely love.
So did he cause his own demise?
Man, I don't even want to speak. Man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't say that he caused his own demise, you know. At the same time, it's just like the world we live in is crazy.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's really unfortunate. It's crazy. But one thing I will say is, you know what I'm saying, his legacy will live on.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, you know,
Long live
that's
3.
a blessing. That's a blessing.
Man, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, for the people that don't know,
Yeah.
and I chopped this shit up so much, I got it plagued in my damn head, but you was on fucking 106.
Yeah, man. I was
BT days, man, out there grinding in the gritty New York, man.
Man, let me tell you, that was my first show. I had lied to Pat Charles. I told him I had told him I did hella shows. Cause, like, shout out to my homeboy Malcolm A State, man. So me and A State did this song called Terrence and Roxy, and he really liked the vibe. Alright, make a long story short, he was like, man, I like y'all. You know, it seems like she's done a lot more shows than you. Man, he had done, you know, a few more shows than me, okay? But I had never done a show. But I'm like, yeah, that's all it is, blah, blah, blah. Man, that was my first show ever. You know what I'm saying? It was January 20. It was like my senior year of high school. But, like, that's what really, it felt like home. So I knew whether I was in front of the camera or behind it, I wanted to be in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know at the time how crazy the industry was. You know what I mean?
Meaning?
So I ain't in the industry like that. You know what I'm saying? And I could have been. Like, it was like, it was right there. But it's like some of the things that, you know, some of the things that some of these artists talk about, like, I don't want to label it, oh, it's this organization name or not, but a lot of that stuff is very much true. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those things I just wasn't comfortable with at the time. You know what I'm saying? When I was 18, you know,
at the time,
like what's you know, you gain the world and you lose your soul. You know, what's the good in that? It ain't none. So I'm
You
good.
see so many artists time after time be on their unsung saying they sold, yeah.
Man, yeah, and it's crazy, but like God is forever blessing me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was meant to do what
Church.
What that did. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing what I'm doing now, and you know, it still was.
I feel that. Biggest lesson you took away just for being in just that whole 106 and Park area, because like I say, that was the culture, that was the time. Like I say, shout out to Fred AJ. I wish y'all do a podcast or something. But what the fuck? For you, well, you wasn't on that with Fred and AJ, right?
I was on there as soon as Terrence and Roxy got on there. That's why our song was called
Terrence and Roxy.
It was like a marketing thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's call it Terrence and Roxy, because they, you know, people wasn't really feeling, like, people was feeling them, but they weren't really feeling them. They wasn't really at the time. You see what I'm saying?
They had to grow on us, but they did. Shout out Terrence and Roxy.
You know what I mean? And so it was like, man, what can we do? It was like, man, let's make a theme song for them. And, you know, hopefully that'll go viral. It was like viral before viral was viral. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot what we called it. It was like, hopefully that goes whatever viral was, you know. But yeah, I would say the biggest lesson learned in that would be about your business and like really know, like have a strat, like have a plan. You know, like we be wanting to go into these people's offices and we want them to trust us with $1 million budgets, but we can't even manage $1,000 budget. Like, you can't even manage being a thousandaire, but you want these billionaires to make you a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's kind of crazy when you look at it, you know, in hindsight. Like, how many artists out there actually have a business plan that you could go into a bank with and say, hey, I need you to invest in me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because essentially when you're trying to get the attention, like, of, you know, these labels, you know what I mean? Like Cena, you saw, back it up. Who I would want to work with is Cena from Black Diamond. Like, I would love to work with Cena because his mindset, his business mindset, is a mindset that I can resonate with. You know what I mean? Like, the way he treats his artists aren't like a number. He treats his artists like they're a brand, and he treats his artists like they have their own individual culture, but together they make the Black Diamond. That's something I would love to be a part of and tap into, right? But it's like, you know what I'm saying? I can't go into Cena's office, like, I don't, and I don't even want to speak to him like he's a low level. I'm saying, like, even a label that's a newer label, right? That's still looking at artists. What do I look like going into Cena's office of Black Diamond ENT and saying, "Hey, Cena, I need you to invest $250,000 into me." And Cena gonna be like, "When am I gonna get my ROI? Like, when am I gonna get that return?
Okay.
How am I gonna get that return? What is my cash what is my cash flow statement gonna look like? Because I gotta pay
for
my
people
business.
that don't,
You know
get
what
them
I'm
a little real quick. Cause we gotta wrap up, bro. Cause I love when we talk. We can go forever, man. Juice Be Wreckin on the back street. But what cash flow, return on investments? So what artists need to go in there with?
I mean, as far as like what an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go in there with just, you know, with just like your vision. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, be about your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, have a plan. Like, you know, don't go in there saying like, oh, I'm just this hot artist and I'm gonna make you a bunch of money. How am I going to take action on that? How, Sway? You see what I'm saying? At least have the how. You see what I mean? And, you know, at least like have ownership. You know what I'm saying? Have ownership of your name. Have you know, a LLC, a corporation, S corp for tax purposes, whatever you want to do. Like, have something solidified to where people can take you serious.
Man, Backstreet, did we miss anything, bro?
Nah.
Anything else we gotta let the people know, man? The project's out. Fighting Demons, y'all go with that.
Yeah, nah. You know
Man, well, send some last minute love to everybody, man. I appreciate you rocking and rolling with the Backstreets, man.
Yeah,
like I say, great ass Tuesday, man. Happy Tuesday to you. Like I say, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. You're an inspiration to many, whether you know it or not, bro. But anybody you want to send some love to?
Man, forever God. You know what I'm saying?
That way.
Like, forever God. You know what I'm saying? Of course, my family. All the supporters, you know what I'm saying? Anybody out there that's got a dream, all the
Backstreet shit. What ain't gonna tap in and follow yet?
Man, at Juice Be Wreckin. Tap in at Juice Be Wreckin at Pure House H2O, and of course PureHouseH2O.com. Make sure y'all stay hydrated, homie. I really, really appreciate the love and the support. You know what I'm saying? That way.
Backstreets with Cole. It's always a pleasure, and like that, we are OUT.
Yeah.